Hello, friends, family, and countrymen. Nicholas here. Today I want to talk about something that a lot of people have talked about before, but I want to talk about why I think it's this way. So I'm going to give my personal opinion on it. And it's talking about millennials again. As you can read below, it's talking about the idealism of retro for millennials, or the throwback. And a lot of millennials will think back to a happier time, basically, which I don't blame my generation. It's kind of a crap time most of the time for us as adults. But our idealism in our minds go back to childhood and stuff like that. So whenever we see stuff like the original season of SpongeBob, or Power Rangers, or Easy Bake Ovens, or what else was really 90s? Invader Zim. I don't know. That wasn't 90s, but that was 2000s. And a lot of teenagers loved Invader Zim in the 2000s. And so we get to this point in our adult lives, in our forward-thinking lives, where it's just not about forward-thinking at all. In fact, it kind of hurts to forward-think. But we know that in our past, we were happier when we... Excuse me, sorry. In our past, we were happier when we did this, this, and this. And so you'll have people my age and older, the millennials, who are doing things that are generally for children. But it's about, it's not about like the inner child or anything. It's about the fact that life is hard, and for many millennials, we didn't get a chance to learn how to deal with the hardness of life. We just accepted it and then went about our days. Because my generation was the one that grew up, and in the middle of our growing up, horrific terror events like 9/11 happened, and so we didn't really deal with that. We just kind of were like, that happened, it's going to continue to happen, too bad. Because the idea that we can help or we can change things, for some reason, for a lot of millennials, is not implanted into our minds. But the idea that we could distract ourselves and help ourselves was implanted. And I think that's a good idea to look at for the future, especially in the psychology field for millennials, because we oftentimes feel like we have a hero mentality, but in reality, our actions are more selfish. And I wouldn't necessarily put that on us. I would put that on the people who raised us, the baby boomers and the Gen Xers who raised us. Because in reality, it's not really our faults that we didn't get raised properly, I guess. And this isn't me specifically. I do have a hero mentality, but I also have a selfish mentality. So I guess it is kind of me, but that was I have a different reason for that. There's a different version of being raised that way. Because I have siblings. You have to establish a this is mine type of mentality, which I'll talk about in another video pretty soon here. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. I know it's not like big news or anything, and it's probably something that's more talked about than most other things in regards to millennials. But it is something to remember, and especially for those going into the psychology or the sociology fields, that is something to understand about millennials and to kind of take a little bit of focus on in the fact that we are a throwback culture, we are a throwback generation, just because the throwing back was easier for us than the moving forward. So that's about it. I will go ahead and end this video. Hope you guys liked it. If you guys have any theories on just millennial culture in general, go ahead and drop me a comment, or go ahead and like this, subscribe, hopefully. But I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. I keep saying talk to you guys. Goodbye. Adios. Hey, huevos.